Hi guys, today we're demonstrating the FMS Fitball dumbbell chest press. Rad's sitting upright on a Fitball. We've got the dumbbells on his waist. It's quite important as we roll out into the Fitball that we get the setup of the body correct. So I'll get Rad to demonstrate here. He's going to roll forward nice and slowly. Now you'll notice that the crown of his head at the back here is sitting on the downward slope of the Fitball. And what that does is it keeps his head and neck in perfect alignment with his spine, which is quite important. We don't want to be too far forward on the Fitball because it's going to make you crunch forward and flex your neck. So now his chin is tucked in. And if we go on the flip side, if we go too far back, his head isn't supported and now he's looking out over the Fitball. And if he's got postural issues in the neck, that can create problems. So we're nice and neutral. Crown of the head here is over the back of the Fitball, which keeps his neck nice and neutral. Now we're starting with our pressing in a neutral grip position. That's called a semi-supinated position. That's very important to note because the shoulder works optimally in this position. We get a nice deep range and we are able to use the Fitball concave or the curvature of the ball to increase the range of motion capability in his shoulder. If he was doing pronated, the hands would be out wider. But as I said, that puts a little bit more stress through the shoulder, requires a little bit more flexibility, and we progress to that a bit later on. So we'll come back into the semi-supinated position. The next thing you'll notice is that he's got really good core stability here. He's got his glutes switched on very hard, his lower back is switched on very hard, and he's driving force through the feet. Now that's really important because as we progress later onto the bench press, we're going to work when we're lying on a bench to create an arch in the body and create a force V underneath the weight. So this is a really good chance for Rad to practice that by driving his hips up very strong, okay? So let's do a few repetitions. He's locking out at the top very nicely and very nice controlled tempo on the way down. A good tempo to aim for on the way down is 3 seconds, so 3,000, 2,000, 1,000, touch and press again, making sure that the dumbbells are touching his shoulder with every rep so we know that he's got full range of motion in the shoulders. There are slight variations that you need to take into consideration. The length of his humerus in relation to the upper arm bones, the radius and ulna, but Rad's got great flexibility through his shoulders. He's got optimal pressing mechanics in his arms, so he's able to go full range of motion very comfortably. And you'll see that he's not losing his form through the body here at all. Nice and controlled through, very good. The other thing you'll notice is that he's keeping the dumbbells in the groove, which is the line or the path of least resistance. That's super important. He's not letting the bells go out wide. He's also not bringing them in close. So there's constant tension on the arms. He's just off vertical, and we'll get the camera to swing around in a sec to show you that view, okay? So you'll see that Rad's got the line of the dumbbell is just off vertical at the top. If we were to lock out vertically, that deloads the chest, so we want it just off vertical, and he's pushing straight up and down. So his dumbbells are remaining in what we call the groove, which is the least path of resistance. Any deviation from that line creates more instability in the shoulder and more work for the shoulder's rotator cuff. So very important, the dumbbells move straight up and down.